Craig and Corlene, we're here today to talk about medical aid. Medical aid industry has shrunk over the last couple of years. The open schemes, about 20 years ago, there were about 49 of them, and at the moment I think we're sitting on 16 open medical schemes. When choosing a medical scheme, a member obviously wants to ensure that that scheme is going to be around in the foreseeable future. So Craig, maybe we can start with you. What do we look at when choosing a medical scheme for our clients?
So there are a couple of things. I think the financial soundness is quite a key issue. So there we would look at reserve ratios, meaning how much money does the medical scheme have in reserve as a proportion of the premiums that they collect in a year. Other factors to consider are issues around whether the scheme is running at a profit or a loss. Because if it's running at a loss, then obviously the next year's premium increases would need to compensate for that loss. And then you've got to look at factors that will impact on that financial soundness. There's obviously the global credit ratings that you can look at, but the factors that will impact on that soundness, the financial soundness of the scheme, and that's the composition of the members. So, the older the members are, the more likely they're going to be to claim. The higher number of chronic users, the more it's going to compromise the scheme. And then also you need to have a scheme that's growing. You can't have a scheme that's losing members, because typically the young and the healthy withdraw, leaving the older and the sicker in the scheme, and that has a sort of a spiraling out of control situation. And then I guess the final one we look at as a business is looking at where we believe our clients get great service. That's a little bit more subjective, because if the service is not great, it can also then impact on the membership composition, because clients will leave and then that has an impact on financial soundness. There's a whole lot to the background checks before we decide which medical schemes we are happy for our clients to be on, because ultimately we want to put them on a medical scheme that we believe has the highest probability of being around for the rest of their lives. Essentially, that's what it boils down to.
And speaking on service, Corlene, you are a healthcare advisor, and you obviously, servicing your customers is very important to you. What a lot of people don't realize is that if they're a member of an open medical scheme, the healthcare advisor or the healthcare broker that actually introduced them to that scheme, that person is earning commission from the client every month. So a portion of each member's contribution is being paid to that broker every month. And in return for that commission, that broker should be providing advice and service to the client. Can you take us through what advice and service you could reasonably expect from your healthcare broker?
Yes, basically in short, you need to help and assist your client or member to be on the best plan suitable for them. You need to help them understand some of the benefits like PMB benefits, chronic benefits, oncology benefits. If they need to go for MRI scan or scope or CT scan, there's co-payments applicable if you do it in the doctor's rooms or if you do it in the hospital. You need to keep your members throughout the year informed via email communication, help them understand how their medical savings portion works, what is the self-payment gap, what is above threshold, if it's applicable on their specific plan option, help them if they've got a planned procedure with the authorization. So there's a lot of things that members do not understand, they don't know the benefits, and then you can assist and help them with that specific things, yes.
And it's highly technical, because obviously there's lots of open medical schemes, lots of plan options, lots of things to know, lots of jargon in the industry. So just help members understand, Corlene, even if a person, a medical aid member, is not receiving advice from their healthcare broker, does that broker still earn the commission?
If you've got a broker appointed on your membership, you do receive, that specific broker or medical aid advisor do receive a commission. They receive a basic of 3% up to a maximum of 111 Rand and 18 cents plus value added tax. So the financial advisor or medical aid broker, they do get commission for that specific service that they render to you, if you use it or not.
The important point we really want to drive home is that medical aid is expensive, and there is somebody out there, if you're a member of an open medical scheme, who is earning commission, and in return for that, as a member, you can actually expect service for that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, totally. So if a member is not happy with your service as a medical aid advisor, they're more than welcome to terminate that service.
So I think the thing is, if you're not happy with the service you're receiving from your healthcare advisor, you need to ask yourself, what are you going to do about it, and go and look for someone who is out there willing to give you expert advice on your medical aid.
Totally invested in you as a medical aid member. That's what you really need
Absolutely.
and that you want.
Thank you, Corlene.